time to get on down with the easy feeling we got going round. No matter what's going on, we'll get you in the mood. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, and soon you feeling good. The Hamajang Gang is the way we keep it real. Put aside our differences, aloha is what we feel. If all the people of the world could join us, then they'll see. Maybe they can finally find peace and harmony.
How's it, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai, and I will be your host. How's it? Yes, took some time off to do some gigs in Calafrisco side, and Terry in Scotland, mahalo for subscribing. That's on the Twitch side, so thanks, Amber. And back now, so we lost last Tuesday, but now we're back, and we'll talk a little bit about the gigs. We were in Granite Bay, Sacramento, and Santa Cruz, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Hey, mahalo, Terry and Scotland, for cheering 1,000 bits, and again, that's on the Twitch side. Thanks, I know, appreciate it. And let's go to, oh, by the way, if you're new here, what we do is we talk about all things Hawaii. We play Hawaii news clips, purposely avoiding the if it bleeds, it leads mentality. No politics. We don't do that here. There's plenty other places where people just love to get angry on purpose and type in all caps. This is not one of them, okay? Here we concentrate on what brings us together, not what separates us, okay? Okay. Also, we not only do we play Hawaii news clips, depending on the time, we play music videos that feature places in Hawaii that I put together on that little station over there. But so I tell you what, before we get to that, you know what? Let me show you what we have coming up. Okay, and these are some of the news items that we'll be talking about. Now, Wahine Okekai, yes, one of the original members. That's the Wahine, the female paddling group, is going to be doing her last run, and she's 73 years old. Yeah, I know, been around for a while. Also, we have, wait, hold on, wrong button, okay. On the Aloha Boat Harbor side, they have a new parking plan they're trying to install, and people aren't happy. Gee, imagine that. And the Maui Fair is back. So we have some footage of the parade and what you can expect. Maui, I think it's been 6 years since the Maui Fair has been there. And on the west side, they put a road in, you know, to facilitate traffic when there's an accident or anything. And guess what? There was a house fire and the road became very handy. Okay. And if we have time, we're going to talk about someone in Kona with a coffee store who is in trouble for fake Kona coffee. Ha! I know, mean, that kind. Okay, now, I tell you what, let's go to the big board and say hi to some of the people who have shown up here today. Okay, let me, what do they call that? Rewinding all the way back so I can catch plenty of people. Let's start with Johnny Rocks Hollywood. How's it? Hey, lovely opening credits. Thank you. How's it there, Mr. Awang? Aloha, Andy. Panel Rice Things, showing face. Medium 7-Up, that's a.k.a. Miles, coming in from the East Coast. And there's K-Mac, mahalo. KC, who with the up-down font sizes. Happy Aloha Friday. And happy Aloha Friday to you. And no comments. First comment is always no comment. And there's Rick S., one of our moderationizers. How's it, Rick? Mahalo for being here, back from the cabin, I'm guessing. Excuse me. And a moderator for sure. And speaking of people whose last name start with S, there's Darlene S. How's it? Okay. Casey, saw you in Santa Cruz. Yay. Oh, how nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was an interesting little club there. He apologized because they were trying to do the lights a little better, and but you know what a wonderful group and what a wonderful little club. We hope to go back there soon. And thank you for being there, Casey. I really appreciate it. Oh, I want to try bring you back up, never worked that good. And there's Nani Aloha, who was instrumental on our little mini tour. She is a moderator here, but also associate producer on the show. But she was also road manager as we went to those three areas and had good fun. Again, we'll talk a little more about that coming up. Sam Bittner, how you, bro? Thanks, Terry in Scotland, mahalo for all your support on the Twitch side. Terry, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Okay, and they're here saying hi to Nani Aloha. Michael Anthony Smith, how you, bro? Good to have you here. And Devin, another moderationizer here on the Daily Pigeon. Welcome here. We practice aloha, and she's being her moderator self. How nice is that? Okay. Let's see who else we got. I'm kind of scrolling fast to make sure. Oh, look, Nani's on the YouTube side. By the way, we're on a number of different platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, and X. Okay. And I'm trying to get on TikTok, but it's not going well so far. But you have to apply, and then they let you know. I know, right? Yeah, exactly, Michael. In Kona, yes, she has a coffee shop in Kona and was busted for, yeah, I'll let you figure it out. Kip, how you? I'm going to say Raito, Aloha Andy. Ooh, with an I, fancy, yeah? Maybe I should start my own fashion line with that. Shakalaka, moderationizing all the way from the East Coast side. Thanks, and aloha, y'all. There we go. That's everyone, by the way, in case you're not familiar. I know. There we see Honda, one of our original moderationizers. Thank you for being here. And I saw your YouTube video on Anna Miller's and Bravo restaurant owned by my friend Stanley Miller. Yes, that was nice. And you had some Lono music in the background. Very nice. Fake Kona coffee in Kona. That's a capital offense. You know what? I may have to show that one first because people seem to be pretty upset about it. Hi, Lita Ferreira. TGIF. No more one ticket left. Well, guess what? We're going to be there in November, and you contacted me before Augie and I show up at Pasadena at the Ice House. Okay, Lita, you are my guest, and Nani will remind me that I said that. Okay, I know. Shakalaka is on the road with limited computerizing. Oh, okay. Now, Kip on Facebook is new here. Yeah, I saw that, Nani. Kip here, Kip right, so he's new right here. By the way, how you, Kip, you're new, so how Nani talks to me. See, look, see that right there where it says Kip on Facebook is new here. Yeah, she's in Sacramento, and she sends me these messages. We call it the bat phone. So that's what's going on there. We have a number of, we have that camera. We have this camera here, which is kind of the whole setup over here. And this is, again, my visual cacophony. But anyway, thank you for being here, Kip, and thank you, Nani, for reminding me. Kehaulani, aloha, Andrew, and Gengi. Ooh, thanks, Ooh, somebody call me Andrew. I either owe money or there's family. I know. Terry Stroud, how are you, Terry? Hi, aloha. Yes, please give the man my best. That's right. Don, I hope all is well. I was just thinking about you the other day. I saw a clip, the clip of Don being the cowboy when he gets shot in the street. We're talking about Don Stroud. That's Terry's husband, good friend of mine. Haven't been there in a while, so I feel remiss. However, was thinking about you guys the other day, and yeah, great guy. Whew. If you don't know, Don Stroud was the drummer in the Buddy Holly story with Gary Busey playing the lead. Yes, and he lives here in Hawaii on the Hawaii Kai side. Steve Danielson, my high school buddy, saying, "How's it? Welcome." Thanks, for being here. Okay, and let's go here because I want to say hi to Lance, Hawaiian fisherman. Ooh, Devin, been good, just way busy. How you? Oh, there we go. And Daniel Vu, I have a picture of you, and we'll talk about that here pretty good. And Aloha Smitty in the same shot. They're all showing up. This was the Sacramento show. Aloha Smitty and Daniel showed up there. Yeah, I know. Whoo, all that. Aloha. Hi, Ellen. Aloha. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Michael Shelley. No, excuse me. Michelle Shelley. Hirosumi. Aloha. Thanks. I knew here, Michelle. Thank you for being here. I know. See, Honda. Long time no see. Ooh, well, there you go. Can't say that anymore. And there's our front row hottie. Happy Aloha Friday. I'm late again. You're not late. You're on Hawaiian time. You know how that goes. So no worry, beef curry. And Aloha Smitty says, I stay watching you in my Ford Lightning truck just when and figure out how to use the kind built-in YouTube. Amen. Oh, Lightning, that's a beautiful vehicle right there. I was just watching a review on that, okay? All right, gang, thank you so much. By the way, we play these, if you're just tuning in, we play Hawaii news items, and we were talking about this fake Kona coffee thing, and that's not what I was going to play first, but so many people commented on, huh? You're going to not believe this. In Kona, this woman did this. Let's watch.
Kona woman was arrested on dozens of charges, including wire fraud and obstruction, in connection with sales of coffee falsely labeled as 100% Kona grown. According to a federal indictment, Patricia Johnson ran the Kona Coffee Cafe on Ali'i Drive for about 30 years. The indictment says she sold beans, ground coffee, and drinks to customers there and also on the internet, all advertised and labeled 100% Kona coffee. But the feds allege she'd been bringing in wholesale beans from out of state and out of country since at least 2012.
Since 2012, she's been pulling this off. And she's got a coffee shop in Kona. Oh, man, she's going to go down hard.
Taking in what they say was millions of dollars in fraudulent revenue.
Millions.
The indictment says coffee can only be labeled 100% Kona if it is grown in that district, citing Hawaii Department of Agriculture rules. The indictment says the state started looking into her alleged mislabeling as early as 2019. We reached out to her attorney, did not yet hear back with comment.
Can you believe that? And, I understand that there's also, if you say it's Kona coffee, it has to have a certain amount of Kona. But if you say 100%, it has to be, guess what, 100%. So somebody is going to be in big trouble. Look at this. And Rick says, I always wondered how they sold more Kona coffee than they grew. Yeah, well, mystery solved. Yeah, and no comment says her lawyer said it was a typo. She meant 10%. Yeah, but evidently there's no Kona in it at all. I know. Oh. And Nani Aloha here says, wait, come on. The chat is moving quick like a swift. Wow, how cool. Oh, she's talking about that. Sorry. I know. Aloha Smitty, that's a lot of money. Yeah. And Daniel Vu was saying thank you for, having us there in Sacramento that day. Let me show the picture here. We were, like I said, we were in a number of places. We were up in Moss Lane. By the way, I made the conscious decision not to bring my camera and document a bunch of stuff, because when you do that, you don't, you're not actually in the moment, because you're this director trying to. So I said, you know what? I'm going to leave the cameras. I'm not going to take a lot of pictures, and I'm going to enjoy the moment, because my days of stand-up, I believe, are coming to an end here soon. So I wanted to really enjoy. And Moss Lane, what a wonderful place up in Granite. Beth Post has a house, and she does shows in her house, and it's just wonderful. She hosts all sorts of people there. Then we went to Sacramento to a place called Mousie's, okay? And that's where we took this picture. Okay, sorry. I brought this picture up and it muted the sound. I'll start over, okay? On the far left, thank you, Nani. On the far left, that's Mama T-Bird, then Guitar Ollie, and that's Daniel Vu with the hula girl on his face there. And then that's Aloha Smitty with the local haole shirt, Nani Aloha, I forget who the next person is, and then that's Lady Tie-Dye. And Nani, Lady, and I went and had milkshakes afterwards. I remember that was fun. Oh, yeah, that became an after show kind of thing that we do. So anyway, thank you guys for being there. And again, a special thanks to Nani Aloha, who came to all the shows. In fact, her and Mama T-Bird drove all the way to Pono's in Santa Cruz, and they live in Sacramento, right? So, Mama T-Bird gave away the little baggage tag things that said Daily Pigeon Podcast on them, and they handed them out for free, right? Made them at their own expense. This is Guitar Ollie and Mama T-Bird, and gave them away in Sacramento and at Pono's. Went table to table. Would you like one of these? People were thrilled. It was such a wonderful deal. Thank you again, Mama T-Bird, Guitar Ollie, and of course, and by the way, Lady Tie-Dye drove 3 hours up from down there in Southern. I think she was in San Diego, and can you believe it? And then we had a milkshake. Okay, jumped in her car and drove back. Amazing. Okay, enough of me yakking. I tell you what, let's take a little musical break. And this is Kenny Roberts covering a song. See if you can recognize it. But first.
How's it? This is Huma, aka Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a, and Medium 7 Up, and you're watching the Daily Pigeon Live with Andy BUMATAI.
Baby, when I'm with you, it's like standing in the rain. I have no happy thoughts about you. All I have is pain. will never be the same. You hurt me too much, babe, I can't take it anymore. I know you loved and you lived. I've been hurt before, so you gotta meet me halfway. 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 When I call your name, I need you to be there. And I know you will be if you really care. At night when I'm alone, I wish upon a star. I wanna be there with you, but I can only go so far. So long I tried to hide my feelings for you, but I just can't seem to realize these words you say are true. So you gotta meet me halfway. 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 So long I tried to hide my feelings for you, but I just can't seem to realize these words you say are true. So you gotta meet me halfway. 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 You gotta meet me halfway.
I was mistaken. That was a Kenny Roberts original, not a cover. And Sounded pretty good. And that was Tantalus Drive there. I was cruising around that I put that song up against, and it matched, I thought, pretty well. Yeah, okay. So, by the way, want to send a shout out to my good buddy, Kamaka Brown. And by the way, Kamaka and I will be at the Blue Note in Waikiki on November 25th. Now, it was originally supposed to be Kehau Baisho coming in from Australia and Kamaka, but her father is ill, so she's decided to stay home and care for him, and called me, Andy, would you mind filling in? So boom, it will be Kamaka and I, November 25th at the Blue Note, and that's a Tuesday, so this should be interesting. I've never done a Tuesday. I'm thinking about starting the show with, hey, Tuesday, that's what I'm looking for. A bunch of people who are ready to start their weekend a little early. We'll see. And Michael Anthony Smith, happy birthday. Friday, October 3rd is your birthday. Thanks for being here on your birthday. And C. Honda also, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it. And for those of you who are new to the show, that's how people donate when they're on, I think, YouTube, and then on Twitch, it's another thing. They it's all different. And again, we're on 5 different channels: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and X. I know. I keep wanting to say Twitter. And by the way, Poppy Cheney saying happy birthday to Michael Anthony Smith. And thank you, Poppy Cheney. When I'm in the zip code, I stay at Poppy Cheney's house. He has a beautiful home and a little wing that I camp out at. And thank you so much. It really just takes the edge off when you're in an actual home and not in a hotel. And and please give my best to Tracy and Cooper, Super Cooper, little dog. I know, I saw that, Nunny. So anyway, and let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it for me yakking. So let's take a look at another news clip. Now this one here. This one is about Nawahine Okekai, and that's the female paddling that started years ago. Watch this, and boy, tell me this is inspiring.
Well, she's a staple and has been for decades of the paddling community here in the islands. And 43 years after her first Nawahine Okekai, 73-year-old Paula Crabb was back in the waters of the Kaiwi Channel this past weekend, making that 41-mile journey from Molokai to Oahu. Sam Spangler shows us why it's more than just the race that keeps her going in this edition of Kapuna Life.
Paula Crabb's time on Kaiwi began with Nawahine Okekai back in 1981. That was her first crossing and win. It came just 6 years after women attempted to cross for the very first time, proving the many who said it couldn't be done wrong.
The women before us started back in 1975, 79 to prove what women can do, and these young gals now, I think it's the biggest challenge is organizing your schedule to make that work, what you have to give up and what you have to sacrifice, and also what your families and people around you actually kind of have to put up with you.
Paula's been a fixture in distance racing, competing in nearly every Nawahine Okekai since its inception. She's still going at 73, having just...
Man, are these shots of the ocean like this beautiful? Man, imagine being out there in that little tiny boat. That ocean starts to seem pretty big.
Completed the race with the Masters 65's crew of Kailua Canoe Club, who won their division with a time of 6 hours and 55 minutes.
Being out there in the ocean, that's the most rewarding, challenging, the challenge of the elements of the ocean that you have. But I think most important why I continue to do it is the camaraderie, of all the women all over the world now. The friends you meet, they're enemies at first, but they're really your friends. And to just see them, working through this too together.
Still, there's a time for everyone to cross the inevitable finish line. This one might be Crabb's last, but she's looking forward to the next generation of Wahine that took on Ka'ivi for the first time on Sunday, taking over.
All you women, I congratulate all of you taking that challenge and continue on to the youth. All right, continue to grow the sport too.
If you missed it, you can catch Na Wahine Oke Kai in its entirety on the KH12 YouTube channel and the KH1 Plus app. For Kupuna Life, Sam Spangler, KH12 News, working for Hawaii.
How inspirational is that, man? You go to, I guess you fly to Molokai, you get on that little boat, 41 miles? I mean, that's 6 hours of, could you do it? I don't know. How are you? How many canoe paddlers do we have out there? And of course, the people outside of Hawaii, they're always shocked to hear that it's like a huge sport here, the canoe paddling competitions. I know. Amazing. What is this? Devin says, no comment. Aloha to you, no comment. Oh, I thought she was saying no comment. Oh, what a great name. C. Honda said, I saw Waikiki area had big waves tossing the boats. Did you see the size of those waves? Exactamo. I mean, if that, you get a 4-foot swell and you're in that boat, I mean, it's, man. Have you seen people, surf on those canoes? And Makaha at the big Buffalo Big Board surfing contest, they have this one division where people get out there with those canoes and catch waves. Oh, man. And it's amazing because when they huli maka flip, some of the people bail out and others grab that canoe and just hold on for dear life. Oh, man, I know. Look at here. The toughest part would be getting to Molokai on time on Mokulele. I don't know about that, but... and Mad Statter, who has her own channel on YouTube and on Twitch, Chatter with Statter, says, I used to paddle kayak and think 12 miles is as far as I ever did in one day. That's far. 12 miles? Wow, that is something. And Shakalaka says, I am surely not in shape for that, but we do canoe and kayak here. With all the martial arts you do, Shakalaka, I thought that would be, just pretend it's a bow staff with a big fat part at the end. And see, Honda, Kamaka is a canoe talker. I don't know about paddling. Oh, really? And, oh, by the way, Kamaka is in Japan, and he did not paddle there, okay? I think he took a plane, if I'm not mistaken. And Daniel Vu, who was in at the show in Sacramento, says, Aloha, yo show live, Matt Statter, when your show live on YouTube. Yeah, one of the Moderationizers will put her schedule out there in time. Hey, Jody, how are you? It's funny. When I'm in Sacramento, I stay with Papi Cheney. When I'm in Vegas, I stay with Jody at her house. How things going, girlfriend? Huh? Yeah, I know. You and Kitty still doing well? That's great. Kitty Pineapple, a comic who I worked with in Vegas and also did a guest set when she was doing her show at the Blue Note, is now roommates with Jody, or was there temporarily. I don't hope I'm not speaking out of school there, Jody, but yeah, they're like two peas in a pod and both good friends of mine. I mean, I've known Kitty Pineapple, who I, at one point called, the artist formerly known as David. I now is Kitty, but still on stage, being funny and packed them in at the Blue Note when I did the guest set, so good on her. Yeah. Oh, what's up? All good. Yup, Kitty is here. That's great, you guys. We have to, I can Zoom people in. So, when you get your setup there going, maybe we can, interview Kitty on this show. That would be nice. And you too, of course. Jody. Oh, mahalo for the shout out. Oh, you're very welcome. I know. Oh, and let's see. Jody says, nope, low bit. We are doing great. Revim. Oh, and the lizard. Yeah, Kitty has this big lizard. I mean, this thing is it's in a cage and it's in the house, and she loves that thing. And it's like a Samoan gecko. It was just beautiful, though. Whew, I don't know. Even the lizard. Yeah, I see what you meant. I thought you were speaking in code when you did Arvem. I thought that was the lizard's name, Arvem. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, okay. Let's get your setup. I don't know if Kitty's there with you watching, but if you get your setup, let's talk about next Monday, and we can talk about gigs and living in Vegas and traveling, and I'm just getting over all that stuff. I know. Okay, let's do another news item here. Now, this next one here, if you are a fan of surfing, off the Aloha boat harbor, or you happen to be a sailor who parks in that area, or a construction worker, they park in that area also. Well, guess what? Things are about to change. I know, and imagine this. There are people that aren't happy about it.
The parking crackdown at the Aloha small boat harbor hits a backlash.
Our Ben Gutierrez found out why regulars are opposing the state's latest enforcement effort.
Ooh.
Parking is often at a premium, particularly in this slot at the Aloha Small Boat Harbor, and the people who use the slot are very concerned about the state's latest plans on how to monitor.
When I was younger, that was the place, because I worked at the Ilikai over there, right? That's where I owned that nightclub at one point. And me and Neil Nakasodi used to, get out there, surf, and then try to make it back for the opening of the club. And I know. Oop.
How long people park here. It's a vehicle with a license plate reader that goes through the lots and figures out who's been parked for longer than the 6-hour limit.
Part of this services contract will help the concessionaire to address the misuse and abuse of the 6-hour time limit by non-recreational users.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think she surfs.
Such as hotel and construction workers.
Secure Parking, which already has the contract for the harbor's paid parking stalls, would have the contract for the so-called camera car to monitor the 300 free parking stalls. Opponents question the $180,000 annual cost for the vehicle.
This is supposed to be a solution for it, but if they were giving tickets, it would be a solution, but they don't want to give tickets. They want to tow people.
Harbor resident Kate Thompson complains that over the years, the state has been tow happy at the Hawaii. She says HPD confirmed that more than 2,500 cars were towed last year, but DLNR said only 4 got parking citations.
They want to give the information directly to the tow companies. Then the people have to Uber down to the place. Sometimes they say their credit card machine isn't working and you have to pay cash.
They just tow and they don't give tickets. And that's absurd also. No warning, and that's not good. So I don't really know how this camera car thing will work, but we're all opposed to it.
DLNR says the license plate reader won't result in instant tows. Secure Parking would be able to issue 2 written notices before towing the offending vehicle away. Regulars aren't pleased.
If you're a sailor on the boat and you have boat issues, your car might get towed if you don't get back in 6 hours. If you're a surfer and the surf is great and you lose track of time, your car might get towed.
Conservation enforcement officers can issue tickets, but they're short-staffed.
This idea with secure parking and license plate recognition software would supplement DoCare's law enforcement ability to enforce parking at Aloha.
No word on when the vehicle could go into operation. Thompson plans to file a petition for a contested case hearing to block it. Ben Gutierrez, Hawaii News Now.
Ooh. And Jody says, I met my hubby at the Canoe House in the Ilikai, who was a bartender. Oh, yeah, I bought that nightclub and owned it for a short period of the time. One of my many stupid mistakes. But it was fun while it lasted. But no comedian should own his own club. I'll just stop right there unless you're Joe Rogan with the mothership or whatever he calls his club there. I know. If the sign says tow away zone, doesn't that mean tow? Yep, it definitely. Eddie would tow. I know. Ooh. If you have boat issues, yeah. What do they say about boats? The two best days of your life, the day you buy it and the day you sell it. But they work on boats, and 6 hours, and the ocean, that's time that flies by. I know. I love that. If the surf is good, you could come back and your car is gone. Wow. Life is so different at home now. Oh, it is very different. I grant you that. Whew. That too, Nani. If boat issues, not bad. Tow away is preferable to tow away. Yeah, because then you're limping for the rest of the day. It's a terrible thing. And K-Mac says, I always thought it'd be awesome to own a comedy club. Tough business, though. Yes. When I owned that club, it wasn't. We weren't a comedy club. I had a band, and I worked there once in a while. But primarily, I did the early shows, and then we put Nueva Vida, a wonderful band. In fact, they were so good when Stevie Wonder was staying in the hotel. He was walking past the club, heard the band, came in, dug them, and actually asked if he could play drums with them, and went up there, and he was playing drums. It was a wonderful evening, magical. He was there for a week, came in a lot, him and his whole entourage, Okay, so again, no one should own a nightclub. What fun. Let's see. Okay, let's see what else we got going here. We talked about the shows. We talked about... and speaking of upcoming shows, let me pimp this out before I forget, because I always do. I will be at the Ice House on November 15th with Augie Tolba. Okay, and yes, I'll be opening the show, by the way. People always ask me that. I said, you know what, man? I don't know if you've seen Augie's set lately, but his energy, I say, when we were in Vegas, my joke was you could put, jumper cables on his nipples and light Fremont Street. The guy was and he's got this killer bit he ends with about meeting Jason Momoa and going to this fight, the Canelo fight, and anyway, he's on fire. So I will be opening the show. I know, because my style is a little more laid back lately, especially. So anyway, that's November 15th at the Ice House in Pasadena. And we will be seeing Lita there. I know, that's right. It'll be Augie, and Kamaka Brown is saying, Jody! Yes, Jody right there. See Honda on Facebook. Aloha, Jody. Are you the Jody who knows Kushikins of Kilauea? I don't know. A private conversation. That should be a fun gig, Andy. Oh, yeah. I was there by myself at the Ice House and sold out the little room. So now Augie and I will be in the big room. Now, the difference is like 30 seats or something, but still. And the owner told me that most comics like the little room because it's more intimate. And it certainly was. I tell you what, it was. And that was Kamaka Brown and I were there when I was there last time. I wasn't there by myself. I was with Kamaka. I know. There you go. And Jody says, I am, in fact, that same person, C. Honda. Who Andy needs to drink some of that 100% Kona before his act to get some energy. Well, that was the problem. I thought it was real, and turns out it was just mostly water. I joke, of course. Okay. So let's see, what have we done? How is the time? 4:13. Oh, man, we got 15 minutes left in the show. Let's do another news clip, okay? And this one is about how the Maui Fair is back, okay? So if I hit the right button, we will be talking about that. Well, not talking about it till after.
Well, after 6 years, the Maui County Fair is finally back. And to kick off all the festivities, the iconic parade is underway. That's where we find our very own Chelsea Davis, who is live at Kahului to show us all the excitement. How's it looking out there, Chelsea?
Well, Mark, I'm on Ka'ahumanu Avenue, and as you can see behind me, the 98th Maui County Fair Parade kicking off all the festivities is well underway. You can see the crowd lines both sides of Ka'ahumanu Avenue. The music is pumping, the kids are waving, the excitement in the air is tangible. And in the words of our very own Maui County Mayor Richard Bisson, this is not just an event for many people. This is a chance to heal, to come together, to connect with one another, and to celebrate a beloved Maui County tradition.
How's it, Joy?
The rides, the games, or the food, the Maui County Fair has something everyone can look forward to.
Favorite part, oh my gosh. So my favorite part would definitely have to be the food. I love the food, and of course when I was younger, the rides.
Probably be the bumper cars. Yeah, I would say that was the one I enjoyed the most. I'm not real big on the going around and around in circles or the roller coaster rides. My kids can tell you that.
For me, it's the entertainment.
We have amazing entertainment. Kelly Raichel is coming.
Some great lineup, some of Hawaii's finest. You'll see them here. Ngaleo Pilimehana, Kelly Raichel, Kalani Pea, Enough Said.
The first fair came to Maui in 1916. Over the years, it's grown in size and popularity, averaging about 9.
By the way, when the mayor said "enough said," he wasn't going, enough said. That's a band, right? Oh, I know.
8,000 people over the 4-day event.
I grew up with my grandfather's Kalua Pig business, Nakoa's Catering. People who remember the old fairgrounds would know. Our routine would be to bring in the coconut leaves to do the sidings, because we would build out a place for people to eat, put sawdust down, bring in my auntie's phonograph, put in the middle, listen to Peter Moon, Sunday Manoa, all the old music, Pau Hana.
The last fair was held in 2019. The COVID-19 pandemic shut it down. The event had been canceled every year since, organizers blaming high shipping costs and staff shortages, leaving many residents disappointed. But earlier this year, the county appropriated $1.5 million to bring it back. They'll also keep prices the way everyone remembers them from 2019.
We believe this is what the county needs and the community needs right now, and I'm so glad we can provide it.
So much things for everybody. We want you to come and enjoy.
And Ka'ahumanu Avenue is closed until 6:30 tonight. There is free parking at Queen Ka'ahumanu Center, as well as the Wailuku Garage, with free shuttle bus services to and from the fairgrounds. You can also find parking at various areas all throughout Wailuku, and that is for $5. We have all the information on our website. There's also services for our Moloka'i and Lanai Ohana. You can find that as well on hawaiinewsnow.com.
Nani sent me a bat phone. She said, we could hear the music in the background. I'm so used to having this little, piano, soft, smooth jazz thing going in the background. I apologize that if you guys can hear it, but it's funny how you get used to hearing some of your what music? Huh? Oh, yeah, that. Listen. You hear that? Yeah. I was worried I would get copyright strikes, but I guess I talk over it enough that nobody gets, nobody recognizes this. I know. And Darlene says, this looks like a fun event, fun for the whole family. Yes, definitely. And Buddy Freaky, aloha, how are you? I know. And also here, Lee was asking if the Ice House is where Rosie O'Donnell used to host the show in the 80s. Yes, it was. In fact, I was on that show. And I never forget, she introduced me. She goes, and this next comic is a very close friend of mine. And I know you hear like Hollywood people say that all the time, but he really is, because we work the clubs a lot together. I just love Rosie, I know. Okay. And let's see what else she says. Oh, yeah, that's money well spent. Better than burning fireworks. There you go. She's talking about the fair. I know. How's that? And then Kamaka says, Kaden, catching plane from Haneda to Seoul right now, going to the homeland of kimchi and kalbi. Will give Kim Jong-un your aloha at the DMZ. Yes, please do, because, Kim asks about me all the time. He's a big fan of the show, but he doesn't like to comment. He's understated that way. I know, great. She did have great energy in that show, right? Maui Fair was always the bomb. You cracked me up with your comment about red ants. I don't know that it's in the exact same fairground. I think the mayor was talking about another fairground, but that's not the first time I heard that. Aloha, Mama T-Bird. Yeah, there we go. You remember that? We had so much fun. And by the way, Mousie's there in Sacramento. Go check them out. When I was there, they were supposed to have finished the club, but it was obviously unfinished, which prompted some ad libs. But still, I think everybody had fun there, And it's interesting because that was a Saturday night, and right across the street was one of those. What do they call them? We used to call them raves, but I don't know what they're called now. We got a DJ. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. There we go. Love you, girls. Hugs to Kitty. Yeah, there we go. That's to Jody from Kamaka as he boards the plane. I got to tell you. And you know what? The traveling, I've mentioned this a bunch of times, how rock stars always say, we don't get paid to play, we get paid to travel. Playing is fun. I got to tell you, the flights, it takes me 2 days to recuperate from being, like cramped in that little seat. I know. And the way back, 5 hours I couldn't leave because the new 737s, I usually get the seat where there's just 2 people and then there's 4 and then 2 on the other side. Well, now it's 3 on this side, 3 on the other side with an aisle in the middle. So you have to wait till 2 people get up because you don't like make the kind, oh, excuse me, can both of you guys get up? Because I like make shishi. But I was a man and held it for 5 hours. But I time it. I don't drink a lot of liquids beforehand. Okay, I tell you what. Let's play another musical interlude, right? We have about 9 minutes left in the show. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, this is Vance Vance Morimoto with one of his hits. But first...
Hey everybody, we're on an adventure with Shoutout. We're at where are we?
Ragged Point, California.
Yeah, and we should have been home watching the Daily Pigeon Live, but
we're not.
It won't be on yet because there's no more afternoon kind. So
yeah,
a hui ho. Who you calling a hoe?
Gotta find your way, all funny kind direction. sometimes lead you astray, depending on what island. Directions vary, you know. Oahu, Koko, Head, and Ever, Big Island, Kona, Hilo. But no matter where you stay, if you like nowhere to go, Mauka and Makai are the two things you gotta know. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Mauka's toward the mountain, way up high. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Down toward the ocean, that is Makai. If you ask for directions, here's one more tip. Make sure you get plenty of time before you go on your trip. Us local people love for talk, small kind story, and tell you the kind stuffs you go and see on your journey. When we get around to telling you where to go, Mauka and Makai are the two things you gotta know. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Mauka's toward the mountain, way up high. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Down toward the ocean, that is Makai. See, pretty simple, but to make sure you get 'em, we go one more time so that you don't forget 'em. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Mauka's toward the mountain, way up high. Mauka and Makai, Mauka and Makai. Down toward the ocean, that is Makai.
Ooh, Mauka and Makai. There we go, you know. And people don't know, you know, and again, no quote me, I might be wrong, but, you know, Mauka, and of course, is, you know, toward the mountain, and Makai is toward the ocean. And in Hawaiian, ma means toward, and uka, right? Ma toward uka. Uka is the valley, or where the mountains are, right? Because mountains form valleys. Ma uka, and kai, of course, is water, so ma kai, toward the kai, or toward the water. How's that? Oh, what? There we go. Oh, look at this. And Nani is also already posting. Ooh, we'll see you next Tuesday, October 7th. And I'm going to try to get, you know, Kitty Pine or Pineapple, depending on what name she's using, and Jody to zoom in, and maybe we can do a small kind interview. I know. And Medium 7 Up says, love this tune, Mauka and Makai. First summer in Hawaii as a Hamajang Gangi, Andy called me and said he'd pick me up ala moana and asked if I was on the Mauka or Makai side. Great memory. Oh, did I do that? Yeah. When Miles comes in to Hawaii, we always do our best to get together. And I think we have every time, haven't we, Miles? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's do the last clip here because what do we got? Oh, about 3 minutes left to the bottom of the hour. Now, this one, if you live on the West Coast, will have special meaning because anytime anything happens, a car accident or, any kind of emergency, There's one road in from the power plant, which is on the one side of Nanakuli to Makaha. That's it. Boom. Well, they put together a new road. I was so happy to hear this. Let's listen.
We do begin with that house fire along Farrington Highway today that caused major traffic. State officials say it serves as a reminder for how the newly opened Paakea Road extension could prove its value. Bryce Moore has details.
The $2 million Paakea Road extension opened to the public Wednesday morning, providing Westside residents with a critical secondary route between Nanakuli and Mailiili Road in Waianae. Congestion along Farrington Highway is a frequent issue, especially during emergency situations like today's house fire.
We shut down one lane, but today was an opportunity for our Westside residents to actually bypass Farrington Highway for the purpose of the road being open 24/7.
The fire fully engulfed a single-story home and caused significant delays along Farrington Highway. Luckily, no injuries were reported.
The American Red Cross was contacted to assist 7 displaced residents, 5 adults and 2 children, and all HFD personnel were accounted for with no.
Look at that little house, 5 adults and 2 children. I wonder whose kids that was. I know the kids of the kids.
Injuries.
The project has been years in the making and involved resurfacing, reconstruction, and safety upgrades, requiring coordination from state, city, private landowners, and the Navy. Transportation Director Ed Sniffen says it's a major win for access and safety.
Huge for the state. For the west side, it's even bigger. It allows that access point on the upper Mauka side. It allows better access to Lualei Naval Road should there be an evacuation route that's necessary.
Unfortunately, up until today, it was word of mouth, so I'm hoping that folks will see this.
Now, state transportation officials say that there will be some modifications to Paakea, which has a speed limit of just 25 miles per hour for those who use the newly opened road.
And actually, the state's going to make sure that we take actions to ensure that this is not being used as a raceway. We'll be putting up speed humps in the near future to ensure that we minimize the speed on that route.
The Paakea Road extension is 24/7, offering a new way.
You heard that, West Side. Race now because pretty soon we'll get speed bump.
To navigate the Waianae coast from Lualualei Naval to Hakimo roads. Bryce Moore, KH12 News, working for Hawaii.
It's so fun watching Bryce Moore grow. Remember when he first started, and we've been clipping these, doing these clips for years. And in the beginning, he was okay, but now he's like, boom, so solid. Good fun watching the young people grow. And of course, that's Joe Moore's son. A lot of people don't know that, and I guess they don't pimp it out, but that's what it is. Ooh, and Nani Aloha says, oh, this Christmas, you be in Hawaii. Cool, medium 7-Up. Bryce is wearing a tie at the DMV. What? Yeah, so? I remember when he was born. Yeah, it's funny. Well, there we go. No, we're not going to do that. Because that's a sad thing. We can't make fun of people's house burning down, because let's say you're no comment and you say people going to burn their own homes to save time on their commute. But we won't go there. I don't think we should. Okay, there we go. Oh, and what else was I trying to remember? Oh, yes, Daniel Vu. If you're wondering why Daniel Vu is telling these bow jokes, when he came to the Sacramento show, I was there sitting down. He walked up and he went, Andy, Daniel, and I said, Vu? And he went, oh yeah, and just instinctually bowed. And I was giving him heat about that the whole evening. Oh, Daniel, you how come you didn't bow when you met Nani or what? Anyway, that's what's going on. Kind of an inside joke there between us. Sorry. Yeah, I'll bet you are. There we go. Yeah, because I missed this summer. Yeah. Well, you had a gig. Excuse-moi. You had a gig, right? Medium 7-Up. It's called, what is it? Oh, yeah, a job. Remember those? Amazing. Okay, we're 2 minutes past the bottom of the hour. Normally when we say, oh, hey, how did? But you know what? I want to play one more musical interlude, only because people have been asking for the drop that we haven't done too much of. And by the way, the music video takes us through beautiful Kuhio Park Terrace. But first.
Hello, my name is Pam, and I listen to the Daily Pigeon with Andy Bumatai and the Hamajang Gang. Yay!
Hamajang.
Huh?
Hamajang.
Hamajang, not Spamajang?
No.
Oh, abut.
Perfect day for the road. The blue sky will take us home. We'll take it easy, we'll take it slow. It's a good day for the road. And time goes so fast when you're with the ones you love. But I won't worry today, even if time flies away. Diamonds shine on the snow. My guitar's asleep on the backseat. I'm following the river to another show. It's a perfect day for the road. And time goes so fast when you're with the ones you love. But I won't worry today, even if time flies away. Diamonds shine on the snow. My guitar's asleep on the backseat. I'm following the river to another show. It's a perfect day for the road. And time goes so fast when you're with the ones you love. But I won't worry today, even if time time flies away. Even if time flies away.
There you go. And C. Honda says, Kuhio Park Terrace sounds high maka maka. And it definitely is. I mean, when you think of exclusive areas to live, that's it. Kuhio Park Terrace. You know, and what was fun about that is there's actually a guard shack there to get into it, and the guard like stops people and what's your business and stuff because you know they don't want sketchy people going in and out of there. But you know, I have my white truck, right? I have a white helmet on, and you know I have those magnetic signs that say city and county on the outside. Yeah, I come rolling up, and my license plate says one state. And the guard goes, oh, thank you, bro. I just went straight through. Didn't even ask me a question. Oh, that's the camera was on that truck when I shot that video. All right, gang. Yeah, Kalihiji, man, right there. Ooh, oops, wrong one. That's the one I was trying to get out there. Mahalo. And Michael, Anthony Smith, I hope you do write a song like that. You always point out things like when you said good chord voicing or whatever the musical term you used. Yeah, I love that beautiful thing. It is like a second voice. So good on you, man, and good luck writing a show. Who and K-Max says, great show, mahalo, Andy, always appreciate. Have a great weekend, everyone. Yes, thank you, and a special thanks to Nani Aloha, our lead moderator and associate producer, Shakalaka, C. Honda, Devin, and Rick S., all helping us do what? That's right, keep the bowling ball in the alley and out of the gutter. On the alley, I guess would be a better way to put that. But hey, have a great weekend, everyone. That's from Devin to everyone out there, and I do second that emotion. Okay, gang? So now we're going to hit the button, and what do we say when we do? Everyone together? That's right. Dude.